Hello viewers, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we are going to speak about the various education boards for schooling that are available for our children in India along with their pros and cons. Board we are going to discuss are CBSE, ICSE, Matriculation, State Board and Montessori. In case if you already have a good idea about these boards, you can directly go to summary section in the video. In that, we are summarizing our views on the boards. Firstly, we are going to discuss about CBSE. Central Board of Secondary Education is the most popular school board in India and is widely spread across all states. It is taught through two mediums, English and Hindi, and even the exams are conducted for both private and regular students in two languages, English and Hindi. Exams and grades. It has a 9-point ranking system instead of grades to group students with similar percentages in their exams from E to A1. It has over 9,000 schools spread across India. Recognition. Indian government recognizes CBSE Board and the new initiatives of the government to introduce grading system are a proof of it. Pros. The CBSE syllabus is aimed at meeting the needs of various entrance exams including the medical and engineering stream. The syllabus is common national-wide, so even with interstate transfer, children's education won't be affected. Cons of CBSE. In some of the CBSE schools, people argue that the method of education is based on rote learning and textual content is emphasized than the conceptual learning. Next, we are going to discuss about ICSE. The Council for the Indian School Certificate Examinations CISCE is a private non-governmental board of school education in India that manages ISCE. The medium of instruction is only English and the number of ICSE schools are much lesser than CBSE schools in India. The results are declared after considering the exam results and the results of the internal assessment and practical study. The syllabus is common nationwide. Exams and grades. CSE grades are awarded in two ways. One is the percentage in each subject. The pass percentage in all subjects is 40%, and the other is numerical scale with a description from fail to very good. Recognition. This board is not recognized by the government, though the qualification is accepted globally like CBSE. Pros. The ICSE focuses on detailed study with greater focus on internal assessments and practicals. ICSE is equivalent to the senior school examination of the University of Scotland, so that a student will not be required to complete bridging course or obtain A-level qualification while trying to join universities in UK and Commonwealth. Cons of ICSE. ICSE syllabus is toughest among all and students with moderate IQ will struggle to cope up. Fees is also relatively high as they offer an international standard education. The ICSE board does not allow students who study at home and don't study in ICSE affiliated school to take up the ICSE exams. Next, we are going to discuss about State Board. State Board syllabus is designed by the Department of Education of the concerned state government. That implies the syllabus changes for every state of India. Each state government looks after the educational issues pertaining to this system. The level of education of State Board is considered easier than CBSE and ICSE Board. Exams and grades. State boards typically have marks out of 100 and students securing more than 35 will be considered passed to the next standard. Recognition. It is recognized by the state government. Pros of State Board. They try to accommodate even students with lower IQ to complete their schooling successfully. And even from the cost wise, they are very much affordable to all class people. Cons. They do not focus on competency exam for entrance examinations of medical and engineering. These students have been found to struggle with their studies in their first year of college education as the standard of education goes up suddenly. Next, we are going to discuss about Matriculation Board. Matriculation Board is set up by the Matriculation Board of particular state and this board conducts examinations only up to class 10. The next 2 years of the examinations are shifted to the State Board syllabus or they can opt for CBSE or ICSE in which the student will struggle to cope up. Exams and grades. State boards typically have marks out of 100 and students securing more than 35 will be considered passed to the next standard. Recognition. It is recognized by the state government. Pros. The matriculation standard is considered higher than the state board syllabus but slightly lower than CBSE or ICSE. Being said that, metric schools have the flexibility to have their own textbooks until class 8. Some schools also use textbooks from foreign authors too. Cons: the method of education is based on rote learning and textual content is emphasized. Analytical thinking is lesser among these students, but this is preferred to state board due to the better level of education. Lastly, we are going to discuss about Montessori curriculum. Montessori curriculum emphasizes learning as a process that cannot be determined by a child's age. Instead, learning is a process that is determined by the rate and speed at which a child can acquire one skill before moving on to another skill. Montessori education that is based on self-directed activity, hands-on learning and collaborative play. In Montessori classrooms, child can make creative choices in their learning while the classroom and the teacher offer age-appropriate activity to guide the process. Exams and grades. In Montessori schools, there are no tests, exams, rewards, or punishments. Recognition. Montessori education was established in India in the form of preschools and schools that are now affiliated with Association Montessori International. Pros: children will get an opportunity to work in groups and individually to discover and explore knowledge of the world and to develop their maximum potential. Without exams and punishments, children can learn leisurely at their own speed. Cons: India as an education society is yet to adapt to the Montessori like other options. There are very few schools who does Montessori, so options are very limited. Most Montessori schools follow the unique method only up to class 8. After that, they shift the students to CBSE or ICSE or metric because state government norms require all students to take the board exams from ninth standard onwards. To summarize everything, ICSE is more detailed and could be more difficult than other boards. CBSE, although tough but relatively easier when compared to ICSE, it may help in higher education. State board with its simple syllabus is affordable and accommodative of students with relatively low IQ too. Matriculation has a moderate syllabus with the flexibility to choose own authors, and it's also relatively affordable when compared to ICSE and CBSE. Montessori is very much student centric and try to bring a new way of teaching based on the child's ability. The call is yours on this one, thus we recommend you to take your priorities in account and see which of them fulfills the most. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do let us know your feedback in comment section. Also write down the topic you would like to hear from us. Thanks for watching.